No, I'm okay.
Was this a long rest, by the way?
Yes.
So
No,
do
no, no.
we?
I
How
counted
much
as a
do we?
short rest.
Okay.
I would like to
Do
sleep.
we heal any or?
Put
I
a
will
hit
give
die
you
if you
guys
want
full
to.
health. Yes.
All right.
You said hit die, correct?
No, no, no. You have full health. I'm giving you. GM is giving full health.
So it's daytime, right?
Yes, it is. It is early morning, probably around 6 or 7ish. You would have to guess.
Okay. Well, I guess if nobody's gonna do anything, wait. Do they have an armory?
Roll me a investigation or perception.
All right.
Yeah, they have an armory. You kind of remember a bandit that was very late to the party, and he kind of looked like he just woke up, and he came from this direction. So you would assume that this would be the Armory 10 right here.
Okay, I'm gonna go in there.
Alright, so as you go in there, you kind of see that there's some short swords that are kind of like lined against wooden racks, and some long swords that are also lined. Nothing too fancy. Make me another investigation roll. Is anybody else joining him in this? Yeah, there's nothing too fancy. It's just a regular
Sure, I can.
armory.
I can help.
Okay, so nothing. So nothing I would be concerned about. No,
Well, I'm
I'll
helping
take a
him.
look.
What's happening?
Yeah, but he rolled both 8, so you would have to roll perception as well
Which one
if
of
you're
these?
helping him. No, there's nothing too special, Sterling.
Man.
Could I help? What happened?
If you guys are investigating the armory, anybody who's investigating the armory, roll me perception or investigation.
What the fuck?
Well,
Oh, there we go, finally.
finally. Good job. Good job, Mikkel.
All right, so you
Plus 3
can
sword?
well, everybody else kind of looking over their short swords, and they're all like, "Yeah, this isn't that bad," and it's kind of like half of it's rust covered, and like, this is still usable. Mr. Mr. Dagger over here, Vario, is he looks over and he notices that there is indeed one special blade, and it is almost it looks completely and almost exactly like the others, but it is a little bit longer than a short sword and a little bit shorter than a long sword.
Okay.
You know this to be, with your advanced knowledge in daggers and all weaponry, you know this to be a bastard sword.
Bastard sword. Alright. I pick it up.
Alright, yeah, you pick it up.
Can I swing it comfortably in one hand?
Yeah, you can swing it comfortably in one hand.
I can't just twirl it. I just twirl my wrist and 8. Just swinging it around.
Yeah, here, let me give you the,
Don't you need like a proficiency for that? For the bastard sword?
if he wants to add his proficiency modifier, yes. But he can, if
So he
he
can wield it.
uses a short rest to train with it, he can gain proficiency with it.
Oh,
And that only works with this, so don't try like gaining proficiency with spells or something.
okay. It only works with bastard swords, right?
Yeah, it only works in this case. What is it called? God, I can't think of the name. There we go.
If there's nothing left to do in this camp, we should just move. Get on the fixed cart and then just keep going.
Alright, let's do it. I'm alright with getting out of here.
Yes.
Do you guys mind if I tag along until perhaps we reach civilization next?
Sure thing.
Yeah,
Not at all.
the random guy that you guys kind of figured out now was the prisoner is you guys kind of completely forgot about him. He kind of comes out of the tent and he just woke up, and he's now asking you guys if you could tag along.
Yeah, the guy I sent my mouse for and never found.
Yeah. And you now
Um,
realize it was because he already had broken out.
What did you put the bastard sword?
I'm grabbing it right now.
Alright.
Go ahead, upload up the homebrew.
So we don't mind you taking along, but just so you know, we're on our way to a tomb
We're not
where
really
we
on the way to
may
the
or may not find some undead things.
No clue. It should be a peaceful tomb, right?
Actually, I highly doubt that.
Why?
You do remember Duke Emberhearth saying something that there had been rumors circulating that noises have come from the crypt, and people only venture in to some of the earlier graves, not going very far because of those noises.
Probably just people.
Sounds like
having a
fun.
party.
Ignore the description where it says it's too large to use with one hand. So you are medium, so it would be 1d10 damage.
All right. Cool.
And you crit on a 19 or 20.
I look at Sterling's blades. What does Sterling's blades look like, Sterling?
My
You really-
blades, they're just a couple of regular short swords.
Okay. No, mind.
Yeah, because drow weapons won't work in the daylight. They kind of just shrivel up.
No, I'm not sure he has drow weapons.
No, they're just.
Now, are you talking about his weapons or something else?
I just want to gauge if he was strength or dex based.
They have finesse. So
I know. I'm more gauging you from your weapons than actually gauging your weapons.
Okay.
You then remember the giant wolf, and you're like, maybe the wolf is more powerful, so he would be quicker.
Makes sense.
Has the wolf been taking
I'll
up
hang on to it for now, then see we don't have a dragonborn to give it to. And this new guy is just a new guy. We'll have to see.
The wolf kind of has just been napping and was kind of eating on the leftovers of the bandits. What the bandits were cooking, what looks to be a deer.
Yep. Yep. Snowy just happily gnawing away.
All right.
Hey Sterling, what do I have to do so I can pet Snowy?
Well, just ask my permission, really.
Roll animal handling.
Yeah.
No, you don't. You just have to.
Yeah.
That's more of an RP thing.
Yeah. So I'll just turn to Snowy and I'll say, Snowy, see? And I'll grab him and just hold him. Friend, no bite. Okay, you should be fine now. Just pro tip, don't go for the paws.
Yeah, the Snowy looks up for like 3 seconds and then he just goes back to eating.
Nice. I'll do that later when he's done.
Probably a good idea.
Yeah, probably.
Is there anything else you guys want to do? You've explored the majority of the camp. You've gotten everything of value. Oh, I did have a sheet. Vario, I did have you search the bodies as RP fuel.
Okay.
Alright. So, how much did you get? Nope, that's not it. Where is it? Where's my sheet with all the health and how much? There it is. You found 14 gold pieces.
All right. I'll write down 14 gold pieces.
Sev,
Yeah, what's up?
do I know that the rest of my party that I was originally with has died or anywhere nearby, dead perhaps?
You would guess after seeing the bottles of ale that I believe it was Yeah, you had found the bottles of ale. Those were the ones that you were transporting. So you would assume that the rest have either fled back to the town you have come from, or are dead.
Got it.
All right. So if there's nothing else you guys want to do, we'll head on back to the cart.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay.
Where there's still Lothric. Oh, there's line of sight, isn't there? I'm gonna know. Because I don't deal with that anymore. There we go. Oh, and there's Shaw. All right. Yep. So you guys kind of piled up the bodies and cleaned up the area a little. You see the cart over here. We're not going to be here that long, so you don't have to put your tokens down if you don't want.
Okay.
But you see the cart up here, and it is mended, but you do not see Davin.
Don't
You don't
see
have
Davin.
to do. Let's just go.
Wait, we're missing.
Can I
that.
message Davin within 120 feet?
You try, and the spell does
No
not
response?
work.
No
No
connection.
response.
Okay. Davin's not here. I'll go investigate the cart to see if any signs of Davin.
Okay, yeah, you go to the cart, and then in the wood engraved into kind of like the middle-ish area in the wood is forest in need, have to go, Davin, and then there's cracked wood and a bear print.
Okay.
So it doesn't. What about my original message, man? Come on.
Oh, you had an original message?
Yeah, I put it in the private message.
Oh, it
Bad
says, y'all crazy and gonna die. I'm out. Be safe. And then there's a giant bear paw print in the wood.
Be safe.
There's a
Can I
Davin
track this
group or
motherfucker?
what?
I just shake my head and sigh. It's like, I kind of had my suspicions when I met him, but I didn't want to say anything. I know better than anyone else. It's hard to be judged on how you look and what you do for who you are.
I've never had that. What are you on about?
I just sort of roll my eyes and make sure my hood's still up because the sunlight itches.
Itches. You mean burns?
No, it doesn't burn or anything. It just kind of makes my eyes itch.
Yeah, I know.
So I have disadvantage.
You kind of take off your hood and your skin starts sparkling.
Oh yeah, great.
Are you
No,
fucking
please.
vampire?
You cannot combust in the sunlight. You only listen.
I just sigh. Bella.
Is the horse still here?
Yeah, the horse is. You can see that Davin has kind of like coaxed the horse into like remaining calm after its like obvious like mental trauma of having a displacer beast attack it.
Alright, calm down, girl.
And
Is it
the
a girl?
cart is
Oh, sure.
repaired.
The cart is repaired besides the bear print in the wood.
Well, at least he was useful at the end.
Alright, should we get going? The road's like only like a few 100 feet away, right?
Yes,
Like,
it's
driving
like
that.
50 feet. You are. It's not that far. It's like 50 feet.
Alright.
Yes, I think that would be a very good idea. But this time, Snowy and I will stay in the shadows. For practical purposes, as well as I just don't understand how you overlanders can take the direct sunlight like this.
Okay. Do you want to roll me a stealth check before or after?
Sure. I'll do. Should I do one for both?
No, just one will be fine because you are
Okay.
technically you're going to be riding Snowy, correct?
Yep, that is
Yeah,
correct.
just doing one.
Okay.
14. All right.
It's not a very good roll.
It's
Oh,
a
well.
decent roll.
What
I mean, that's like the average of all your passive perceptions. So. All right.
Okay.
Well, so for the next for the next part of the campaign, obviously I don't have anything on roll 20 to kind of represent it. But you guys kind of hop in the cart and Arvenik, or not Arvenik, yeah, Arvenik, kind of like he looks down to the mouse and the piece of rope and he's like, you guys kind of like, I'll be back. Take this, and he hands you a piece of paper, and in it, on it is a rune. Does anybody want to make me an Arcana check?
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait, so I left?
Let the mage do it.
All right, yeah, Jacques, you know this is when he is ready and when he wants, he will basically appear in front of you guys.
Wait, me?
We're missing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
See you
And-
later. then.
Yeah, you're free to go.
Bye.
Bye. Have a good one.
Bye.
Yeah, so he will appear before you, and so this is basically a teleportation school. Do you know this to be some very high level magic? And he must have an item, and this appears to be one use.
This is neat. I wish I had this too.
So you guys kind of pile in, and Arvik kind of runs off into the woods, his mouth leading him with a rope in its mouth. And Snowy and Sterling kind of jump off into the shadows and the bushes, and you guys are off towards the tomb. As you guys are kind of walking or traveling along the road, there is a almost kind of, it looks to be an old priest, kind of just walking along the road. He has a staff, and the staff kind of like curves, and there's a lantern hanging on it. And he's just kind of walking along, and he has like gray robes. And he's just walking along, and you guys kind of see him. He's kind of 100 feet up.
Cool.
Are you guys going to interact with him, or are you guys just going to leave him be?
Well, we're 100 feet behind him, and like we're not even close. I'm not gonna yell at the old person.
Well, Snowy and I are a little bit faster. I think we would like to sort of stealth our way up and check him out.
Okay. So, as you're kind of like stealthing around, he's just walking, and he goes, and all of a sudden you hear, "It would not be wise to attack an old priest."
Okay. Snowy and I will step out onto the road. Forgive me, sir. It was not my intention to attack you. I merely wished to know who or what you may be. We, my companions and I, have had some altercations not far from here.
He then takes out a cola and opens it.
Oh,
No. No. He kind of like he takes from his pocket these spectacles and places them on his nose, and he goes, "Ah, yes. Well, I'm sorry for your unfortunate circumstances. I'm but a humble priest traveling toward the town of Never Summer. I believe it is just north of here."
Is he going to? I thought it was. Oh, he's not. He's coming towards us, or
Yeah, he's going opposite direction to you. So you guys are kind of like,
okay.
you guys are heading south towards the tomb, and he's going north towards Never Summer.
so
The
we're kind of
word-
dragging up in the cart. Where are you coming from, may I ask?
Yeah, you guys have caught up, and he's like, "I've come from a small little place. There it's more of an encampment, but I've come to seek aid. But obviously you guys look like you are on an important task. I could not ask such of you great warriors to help me unless I have nothing to offer, unless out of the goodness of your heart you would do it."
This
Depends
guy
on
is
the task.
sketch. This guy is so sketch. What I want to make some sort of roll to figure out what this fool is about. Should
yeah,
it be
insight.
perception or insight?
Insight.
Okay. Thank you.
You can see he has a sigil, and or an emblem rather, and that emblem seems to be his deity, and it is, I forgot the Forgotten Realms god, but the name, but it is the god of it is the god of what do you call it? Tricker, kind of like trickery, but not as in like deception trickery, as more in
Trickstery.
yeah, trickstery. That's it.
Huh. You say you are a priest, my good man? I ask.
I am.
Tell me, what I know I am new to these parts and to the gods of the overworld, but priests tend to embody the traits of their gods. Is this not correct?
He fails at taking a sip of cola.
He's dying.
Excuse me.
Dying.
Quick, somebody perform CPR. He kind of chuckles and he goes, "Most do strive, yes."
Yes, so tell me, my good priest, and I just sort of give Snowy a nudge so he knows to growl nice and menacingly. What does a priest of a god of trickery embody?
Roll me an intimidation.
Okay, sweet. Let me see. I want
As I'm feeling the tension rise, I'm just holding a sleep spell ready.
Where's the button? Here it is.
He does not. He doesn't seem intimidated in the slightest. He kind of with his staff. He kind of just lowers it. Takes the whatever I said was on it. I forgot how. I'm blanking. Yeah, the lantern. Thank you. I was gonna say candle, and I was like, that's not the right word. And then with the curved end, he just bats Snowy on the nose, and Snowy just goes "Arr!" and like kind of shrinks away. And he goes, "Bad dog." And then he puts the lantern back on and puts the staff back up, and he goes, "It's not wise to threaten me, but I will tell you anyways. God of trickery is, well, more or less tricks. I trick you, and I like to trick people, but this is not the case."
Okay.
If anybody wants to make an insight check, you can.
Telling the truth? I'm just gonna ask straight up.
He nods, and then
No clue.
he kind of like opens his robe a little, and you can see this deep, like, it looks fresh, but it's kind of like scabbed over and part like it's healing. There's a deep gash running across his chest, and he goes,
I'm perceptioning it for an illusion.
it is not an illusion.
Alright.
Okay.
Lucas,
Okay.
you know him to be telling the truth, and Sterling, you are
Assume
right now tending
telling the truth.
Snowy.
Oh yeah. Okay. There,
He
boy.
seems to be telling the truth.
He does, yeah.
Okay.
What's the issue?
Not far from here, a little bit to the southeast, where my humble encampment is. It's no more than 5 standing houses, and the chapel, of course. We have come across a rather unusual occurrence, if you would. There has been happenings, disappearances, and appearances of unsightly creatures.
Unsightly creatures?
Yes,
With what kind?
beings made of twisted flesh, sewn together and given life.
I sigh. Oh boy, this sounds like we're on the right track.
That's
Gentlemen, I suggest we make a detour.
It might have something to do with the same thing, to be honest. We can go have a look at this.
I shrug in indifference.
Yeah, you have no idea what their quest is. You are just like, yeah, I'm along for the ride. Just get me home, please.
Yeah,
Uh,
I want to at this point like turn to our newcomer prisoner friend and sort of give him the Cliff's Notes version of what's been happening, because it would just sort of go against my ideals as a person to let him jump into this without knowing what he's getting himself into.
They are going to their doom.
Hey, man. As long as I get a free ride.
Okay.
That's like the summary of what you gain to that is they are going to their doom to get a magical artifact.
Will there be a reward?
Yes.
Not for you.
Five
Big
gold and a
smile on my
party.
face.
That's a Titan's Grave joke if anybody watched
Just
that.
maybe,
Anyways,
Lothric probably didn't have a share, did he?
yeah, you remember there was a reward set for you guys. Duke Emberhearth had said he would give you each 1,000 gold, and you would earn his favor.
I guess I can't promise this, but we had a guy who had to leave. So we have a slot open, I guess, and the money still stands for one more person.
Yes, and I will and if you help us, I will personally vouch for you, and if you are not paid, I will give you half of what I am paid.
That is very grateful and much appreciated.
Now,
Actually,
now, before you do like offer this, and it is final, I may add, you do know that Lothric would not be getting paid, as this is technically part of his job.